Hi, I'm David Gant, your Buncombe County Commission Chair. I'd like to talk to you about what's going to be on our calendar for April 19, 2011. And by far the most important part of our meeting is going to be talking about asphalt plants. There's a proposal from the Planning Board to actually increase the number of asphalt plants in areas that are zoned that permit asphalt plants. Now, asphalt plants are needed in our economy. Everybody needs asphalt. There's a time where, in a place where they're appropriate. But the proposal is to increase from the one classification that has asphalt plants, which is open use, to include employment zoning also. Open use is probably 80% of our county. So asphalt plants are right now permitted just about everywhere. To add a classification is very questionable. We're going to have a public hearing about this, but this seems to be precipitated by an application for an asphalt plant in an area of Candler that it appears we're trying to change our law to satisfy this one citizen. That's always bad policy. You never change a policy based on one person. It's not right. It's not fair to everybody else. But we're going to have a public hearing. I'm going to hear them out. I'm going to reserve final judgment until I hear the facts and the figures. But this is a change, I think a major change in our zoning policy, and one that we need to look at very carefully and ponder very seriously. The second part of the meeting that I want to talk about is a presentation on conservation easements. Now, conservation easements are basically a way for a landowner to preserve the land that he or she owns forever without losing the ownership. It's a voluntary program, but we have some wonderful projects that can be funded if money is allocated from the county to make it happen. The county rarely funds all of the conservation easement. It's usually a partnership between federal, state, private monies to make the easement work. We don't want to abandon conservation easement program just because times are tough, but we have to consider the priorities. And this will be tough. We're not going to vote on this tonight. I anticipate we will not vote on this tonight. But we need to know what the priorities are for the Conservation Easement Board and what we need to be thinking about as far as protecting our land in Buncombe County for all generations. It's a program I'm real proud of. I'm glad that we're into it in a big way. It's budget, and we're going to find out if it fits into our budget. But that'll be the second order of business. We'll hear about some wonderful opportunities, and we'll have to see if we can afford it. Second, or the final issue that before our board is going to be just to clean up the water agreement. Believe it or not, after the water agreement was settled and it was dissolved basically by the City of Asheville, we never deeded the property to them. The City of Asheville has done wonderful and amazing improvements and repairs to the water system, and we salute them for doing that. That's all we ever wanted, was a good water system that made sense and served the people of Asheville and Buncombe County, because many people that live outside the Asheville city limits get Asheville water. And the city's been doing that. I had mixed feelings about the water agreement. I felt we should have an independent board and still feel that. But that decision's been made and we won't go back there. This is cleanup. The property belongs to the City of Asheville. We're going to deed it over in a consent agenda item. So those are the issues before the board on April 19, 2011. I'm David Gant, and I'm proud to be your Buncombe County Commission Chair. Please call me if you have any questions about any of these. Thank you.